The first time I heard about No Nut November, I think I was 16. I was a bit of a late bloomer, so I hadn't even really heard or watched any porn before. Or should I say I didn't know that I had watched porn before. So let me take you back. So I would say I rediscovered porn when I was 16 because the first time I was actually introduced to pornography, I was 12 years old, I think. Which I think is pretty young, but maybe nowadays it's not too young. I was literally on the back of the bus on the way home from school, and some older boys from our school thought it would be funny, and I don't know, they found it funny anyway to show me a video of, porn. And yeah, that was my introduction to it. I remember vividly thinking, this is disgusting, this is gross, and I vowed to never look at it again. Well, little did I know, 4 years later, I'd be addicted to it. Addicted to that sensation, that, the, that sensation. I'm sure you know about it. And at the time, it felt like, that sensation was, a quick fix for my problems and my stresses. You had a bad day at school, that's okay, just, bring out the lotion. Oh, that girl you're talking to keeps rejecting you. Oh, well, I've still got all these virtual girls on my phone, so her loss. Yeah, it's funny until it's not funny anymore. You know what I mean? Until that sensation that you're addicted to just becomes a crutch. And I think we've all been there, like realizing that you're addicted to something that is detrimental to you. But you have like kind of a toxic relationship with it where you're allowing it to, stimulate you in some way, but it's like working against you. And I remember at the time when I was 16, when I first heard of No Nut November, thinking, okay, maybe this is what can help me finally, eliminate this issue. Like if I could just make it past this month, then maybe I can, sorry, I'm trying to work on stop saying, and like so much, so where was I? Yeah, I thought if I could make it past this month, that I'd be able to get back to being a regular person and not having this issue. And I think that is where the problem lies with No Nut November. The fact that it is, seen as a point in time during the year for literally just a month, 30 days where you abstain from, porn and masturbation and that kind of stuff. When really, abstaining from that kind of thing should be part of your lifestyle. It shouldn't really be something you just do for 1 month out of 12. It's kind of like, what can I say? It's kind of like, I don't know, like a crack addict that goes to rehab and goes cold turkey completely, and then to reward themselves for, going cold turkey for a whole month, they're like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna have one last crack. I've deserved it. I've put in all that work to stop doing crack. Let me just do a bit of crack. It doesn't make any sense, does it? But this is how a lot of us think, especially people that, do get invested in No Nut November, and they're really excited about, okay, this whole month I'm not gonna touch my willy. And then as soon as it's over, it's like, I did it. Now it's time to touch my willy. It doesn't really make any sense, but yeah, don't get it confused. Like, I am a firm believer that every man should be on nofap. Like, every man should be abstaining from pornography, masturbation, all that kind of stuff. Like, the only time you should be nutting is when you're engaged in sexual activity with someone, in my opinion. Other than that, you're forcing it, literally. You're forcing it. But yeah, I think every man should be on nofap, especially if you're trying to become the best version of yourself. Because the best version of yourself has to be someone that's disciplined. And what better way of, displaying your discipline than having sexual discipline? Because this is probably one of the hardest disciplines to have because it's very personal and no one knows about other than you. But yeah, if you want to stay a loser, then just keep jerking off, bro. Don't worry. Life will keep passing you by and you'll still stay hunched over doing all that every day. You can do that if you want. Because no one's going to care that you're stuck in your room as a 4-year-old touching yourself. No one's going to care. Not your family, because they would have given up on you by then. Not your friends, because they have their own shit to worry about. It's going to be you by yourself there, thinking, man, if only I was able to quit this earlier. If only I was able to focus on what mattered in my life earlier. And I think this is where we all want to avoid being in a position where our habits have created a future for us that we hate. Because I think the purpose of No Nut November should be to get yourself accustomed to the lifestyle of not fapping. It shouldn't just be a trend where you just try not touching yourself for a bit and then go right back to just doing it every day. Because otherwise it's pointless. Because I think what people miss with No Nut November is that it's supposed to awaken your mind to the fact that you're doing something that is, sorry, I said again. So you're doing something that is working against you. You're doing something that doesn't really benefit you in any way. Of course, some people say, masturbation is healthy because it helps eliminate chances of prostate cancer. Yeah, shut up. Shut up. Really. You're saying the reason you masturbate is because you don't want to have prostate cancer. Yeah, fucking right, mate. If you're so concerned about your health, why are you fat as fuck? Sorry, I don't know if that's true. This is a hypothetical person. Okay. So yeah, if you're so worried about your health, then why are you fat as fuck? You never work out. You have no discipline in your life. But, masturbation is where you draw the line. You just have to masturbate because it keeps you healthy, right? Sure. So if you are doing No Nut November this month and you're struggling with motivation, just take the fact that there's probably millions of other young men like you around the world who are struggling with the same addiction and who are actively trying their best to abstain from it. There's no better time than now to quit. Especially if you're someone who's never even gone a month without, watching the hub. This is the time you need to take for yourself to recalibrate your mind and give your dopamine receptors a bit of a break because they're fried as fuck, man. They're tired. And bro, don't worry. Even if you do slip up this month and you relapse and you watch that video, you touch yourself, like, bro, it's not the end. You got a long life ahead of you. That one mistake does not define you. You're not defined by your mistakes. You're defined by what you learn from your mistakes. And if you choose to learn nothing from your mistakes, then you'll forever be a loser. And the key to this is try to learn why you relapsed. Because there will be a reason. Maybe it's that Instagram video that you watched earlier in the day. Maybe it's all those TikToks of girls twerking that you watched during the day. Maybe because you keep replaying moments in your head. And I think for all the guys out there like me who no longer struggle with this addiction and can actually abstain from this activity for as long as they need to, we know that this month is just like any other month. Because the truth is that it gets easier. It gets easier with time, bro, it does. Because where I am now, where I don't even think about pornography or any of that kind of stuff. Like, it doesn't cross my mind. I'm not saying it's easy to get here. It's difficult. But I believe if you want to be in a position where you're able to control your urges and say no to yourself, you need to be patient with yourself. You will slip up. You'll make mistakes. There'll be days where the temptation feels stronger than your willpower. But as long as you return back to the idea that your lifestyle is that you don't watch pornography, you don't touch yourself, that's not who you are anymore. As long as that understanding is strong within yourself, you'll make it and you'll be fine. I believe in you. So bro, you need to find something to put all this energy into, all this sexual energy that you're storing. Because you won't realize this, but the energy you've put into, watching this pornography and touching yourself, when you take this out of your life, there's gonna be a void that you need to fill now. And this is the hardest part. This is the part where you basically fill the time that you used to use just literally fapping your life away to doing things productive, things that will benefit you in the future. And when you start, it's gonna feel boring. It's gonna feel like, man, what am I doing this for? What's the point? But you need to keep pushing past this, because the sooner you start conquering this addiction and this, this need to be constantly stimulated and sexually gratified, the better your future is going to be. Because the sooner you start conquering this need to be sexually gratified by yourself, like, the better your life and your future will be. And if nothing, I'm testament of this. So bro, if you need help with this, with stopping this addiction you have, with quitting these adult sites, join the Discord below. It should be in the description. It's quite small right now, but I think it has a lot of potential. But that is all depending on you guys, of course. So I want it to be a hub where young men can come together and really help each other thrive. And, just engage with each other, because I know a lot of us feel lonely out there. So I think this is a good opportunity for us to, bond together, build some sort of relationship, and, lean on each other. I think that's what we as humans are on this earth to do, to help each other. So hopefully I'll speak to some of you guys soon. And yeah, love and peace.